once again, when we start delving into the question of intellect, by the way that we are educated in the system in this country, at least, we use the word intellect, and right away we think math, reading, writing, all the elements of learning that you get in the educational system. And certainly that is an aspect of an intellect. But we also know from common knowledge that there's some children that are incredibly gifted based on the elements of the way that they use their cognition to come to conclusions. Some children are incredible in regards to how early on they can actually understand the concepts of math or even language or whatnot. Then again, we look at that child, and some of them where you hear these fantastic stories that they finished college when they were 12 or 13 and now they're getting their doctorate at 16 and it's their second doctorate or something. It's pretty amazing. However, we have to recognize when we speak of emotion, not necessarily one of exhibiting tears or that kind of stuff, although that's included. There is something to say in regards to your experiential part of your journey. And I think you would agree with this, John, in our discussion off camera that we've had many times over the years in regards to how long it's taking you to get to where you are today. Those are things that you really didn't get in the educational system. And there are personal parts of your journey, experiencing pain, experiencing joy, experiencing the downs and lows of life, and how you address those things. Well, there is a researched, proven fact in regards to the child developing. So they could be great at being a doctor, but necessarily are they emotionally ready to be a father or a grandparent? I think those are valid questions. So the emotional intelligence concept comes into play, and that is when the person begins to add to the experiences of life that let them realize that, when you see a child at Walmart or anywhere out, when you're out shopping or out in the world, and they're running away from their parents, and I think we've all been through that, and they fall on the ground and they begin to cry and their feet go up and down, and you can see the parents' embarrassment, and they know they have to deal with this child and discipline this child, and then you have other people looking at this. Some are like surprised, others that have been parents, it's like you feel bad for them because we've all been there. And we understand it's a child doing that. Now hit the pause button on that scenario for a second. What if that was me in the store doing that? And just recently I saw a video of a woman that wasn't able to catch her ferry boat across to where she was going. She had all this luggage, and she actually threw a tantrum. And it exploded all through the social media networks to look at this, because why? Well, because everyone knows and agrees that this is a woman who's, past her 20s, maybe in her 30s. It just doesn't line up for someone to not be able to control their impulses. Because I think if we asked our listeners and our viewers out there, have you ever felt like throwing a tantrum? Because I'm guilty. Sure. But what is it that refrains you from doing what your mind what enters into your mind and what you want to do, and you realize, no, that's not legal, probably, it's not right. You have the ability to control your impulses, and that's emotional intelligence. That's knowing what do you look like to other people as they observe you in everyday life. So you're able to think about that, use your intellect, and then tap into your emotional intelligence and come out with the right decision.